All right, today we're going to do the cold start on the 1961 Lincoln Continental. Let me kick on the key for you, show that the gas gauge works. The temperature gauge is not showing us anything because it's cold. So this is what she's like after sitting for 4 or 5 days. The engine's cold. I'm putting my hand on it, my hand on the manifold. No heat whatsoever. So this is what she's like after 4 or 5 days sitting. Shift up, a couple squeezes in the pedal, and here we go. There you go. That is the cold start. After sitting for 4 days, fires right up, as she should. All right, I'm gonna go through the creatures and features and review this 1961 Lincoln Continental Convertible out here in lovely Southern California. I'm doing this in one take. If I flub a few lines, swear a little bit, forgive me, because I don't have the patience to run it over and over and over again and do some editing. So this is a one take. Stand by, because here we go. So, you gotta love this license plate. Accrual, yeah, provided you don't crash this thing, it's just going up in value. So this started off as a ball of clay in 1958 with the Ford Motor Company, and they needed something to save themselves because they didn't have anything to compare against Cadillac or Imperial. So a bunch of guys got together and decided, hey, we need to make something that stands out from the rest, and I think that they succeeded with this one. So I'm going to go through it and show you everything, the bells, features, and how much work it was to put this together, because I'm the guy that put all that stuff together. Well, I actually took it apart and put it all back together. So starting off with the grill. The grill is a resemblant of the T-Bird, and they were both, the T-Bird and the Lincoln Continental were manufactured on the same production line in Wixom, Michigan. So all this stuff was taken off. This bumper is a 3-piece bumper. It is a nightmare to put back together, especially if you didn't take pictures and remind yourself on how to do it. So all that stuff was taken off. The hood emblem, the impact bars is what they call them. This peak molding, if anybody's ever done this stuff, they know how hard it is to get this stuff off without just ripping it off, because there's a screw and nut right there to hold it down, and all sorts of clips that go along here, and it is a nightmare to get off without completely thrashing it, and it's expensive as all hell to have it polished out and put back together. So this has all been taken off, including these all 4 door handles, the rocker moldings, everything was taken off. It has been polished out. Again, no expense spared, very expensive. This little chrome piece was taken off here. The antenna pillar post, the badging, all around the rear bumpers, the rear impact bar. Oh, there's that plate again. And so these don't sit right now because there's brand new rubber molding in around the rear deck lid, so they will seat eventually. If anything you know about new rubber, doesn't want to seat on its own right away, so it will. Look how laser straight this thing is. It is laser straight, and might tell you it is. You know why they call it body work? Because it's work. It's a ton of work to get this thing mirror like this. So again, all the door handles taken off, all this peak molding is taken off. So let's take a look at the inside of the car, shall we? So here is the brand new button pattern leather. This is all brand new, stitched leather hides picked out by me. The door The wood in the door is all brand new. These window knobs have been re-chromed, and these knob grommets were a pain in the butt to find, but those are factory correct. Those are true and the correct color. They're clear. Let's see here. Now, these moldings are all brand new. Now, if anything, you know anything about these things, they do not remanufacture these ends correctly. So you got to cut these off the original car, marry them to the new molding, and have the right molding clips that go along with the car. This has been re-chromed, the correct loop pattern carpet, the crank window that cranks like it's supposed to. Yeah, you get that good air coming through there. So this wood is all new as well. So everything's been polished out. Seats work. It's going up, going down, leaning forward. The correct wind lace that's on the car, that is time specific correct. All this has been taken off, polished up, and clear coated so it doesn't oxidize. Here is the VIN trim tag. Let me define it for you, or decode it for you. 74A means convertible. A is the color code, presidential black. Trim 86 is black leather. 09F is the born on date, so forget what it is off the top of my head. And then transmission and axle 7. So all this carpet is new as well. Gone through it, and let me show you this. The rear doors open, hit the button, and the window drops down like it should. So all this is still brand new as well. All the wood, carpet. And so Ford Motor Company decided that, you know, this is the first and only Lincoln Continental of its kind in that first year, and they wanted to make it so the idea was, everybody calls these suicide doors, but the term was opera doors, and they wanted to exit like a lady. So if you picture someone sitting there, a female, putting her legs together, she swings out, her feet are together, she stands up, she exits like a lady. So that was the whole idea behind this rear opening doors. So all this molding is right, those clips are right, that's right, the vertical door strikers are correct. So it is a lot of work to put this car, take it apart, and put it all back together, but you're talking to the boy who did it. So, circling around again, all the paint is new, everything's done in the past year. Open this door, and go ahead, hit the button, le bouton, and rear window drops. So, here is the, as they say, the money shot. So, this car is clean, clean, clean as all get out. So, oh, I have an idea. Let's take a look at the engine bay. I'm sure you want to see that. Let's walk around and have a look. So what they did do, they had two release latches on this thing. So here's the knob. So you have the one latch there, and they said, you know what, we don't want these people on the side of the road trying to work on their car, so we're going to make them walk around and have to hit a second latch right here, which, by the way, has been painted as well. Here's brand new sound deadening heat shield, that's correct. Here's the engine bay. This is the meat of the sandwich, as they say. Everything's been taken off, sandblasted and powder coated, valve covers, coolant reservoir, the oil engine vent, the sway bars, I guess you'd call them, the horn, fan shroud, the radiator shroud, radiator guard, everything, the correct decals on the fuel filter, decals correct, decals correct, decals correct for the fuse box, air cleaner, coolant reservoir. Walk around here, you can see nice red showing where the power steering fluid is. Again, the air cleaner, valve covers, all this stuff. It's attention to detail, like the decals on this stuff. Ford Moco. So, and it's the original radiator, so you can see the radiator stamps on there. So everything is original the way I like it. So, I tell you what, let's see her start up. Oh, before we do that, let's see. So we do have some good AM radio.
Draymond Green did. He might go to a team
and
be a you know a
contributor
on a team that can.
Draymond Green. So, radio, all that's been polished up. These A-pillars, both sides, rearview mirror, all that stuff. This is brand new wood on the glove box. God, looks good. And then, oh, look at that, light works. And this is the correct placement for the service decal. So it tells you when to service the car and all that good stuff, and the tire pressure. So that is all correct. And these door jambs are just painted so well. I mean, it's so nice. Oh, old car 101. Always got a fire extinguisher. Never leave home without it. And that and jump box. Always gotta have a jump box because you never know what's gonna happen. So let's go ahead and start her up right now. And there she is. Fires in the first turn. She is quiet. And again, you know, they built this. This is a, what was this? A $6,000 car, $7,000 car back when it was new. So this was expensive as you can get. You were upper crust, white collar, blue blood, executive, or a stay-at-home housefrau that had a wealthy husband that brought home the bacon. So everything works in this car. I'll show you the headlights, tail lights. Stand by, take a look. Yeah, look at that. So, if you're thinking about buying this car, do yourself a favor. If you're shy, don't like people, don't like to talk to people, don't like getting thumbs up, don't like being asked all sorts of questions, don't buy it, because that's all you're going to get. You have to tell the same story 40 times over, and everybody's got a classic car story, and they're going to share theirs with you, whether you want it or not. So, if you don't want to be talked to and waved at and all that good stuff, then don't. But if you do, then by all means, pick up the phone, 949-433-0404. That is 949-433-0404. Call now. Operators are standing by. No phone calls, only phone calls, no text, no emails. So let's go ahead and roll down this window because we're going to drive home pretty quick here. There she goes. Luxurious. All the way down. And down. And down. So, there she is. All that. And a bag of Fritos. Oh, did I mention that the center pillars were re-chroned? There's a lot of stuff that just, I mean, this is correct. People don't put the stuff back on this rubber molding. The attention to detail is stupid, and it's a laundry list, and that's why I have it on the ad itself. Because, I mean, this little thing right here, this little piece of rubber, no one ever puts that stuff back on. No one. And it's a pain in the butt it's a 1/4 inch wide, and it's just to peek out just enough, and no one puts that stuff back on. But I do, because I'm that guy. Yeah, this looks good. It's good. Actually, it's great. What am I saying? Ah, gosh. No, folks, if you've ever restored a car, you know how hard it is. And if you don't have the money, you run out of money. Or you don't have the time, you run out of time. But this is a labor of love, without a doubt. This is a definite show winner if you were to acquire this asset. And believe me, it is an asset. Oh, forgot about these. These are correct rubber bumpers. So are these. Correct rubber bumpers. So, again, I can't say enough about how much it was, how much work it was to put this thing back together. So, those want to get the latch right there, so she sits, and then close her from the center. Boom. And she is done. So again, for your viewing pleasure, the 1961 Lincoln Continental Convertible out of Laguna Beach, California. And as they say, my friends, that is a wrap. So, thanks for watching. Now, here she is on the road on Pacific Coast Highway, outside the lovely little housing complex known as Newport Coast, where Kobe Bryant used to live. Unfortunately, not with us anymore. Rest in peace, Kobe. And here's the world famous Shake Shack. Come home, get your shake, your triple cheeseburger, and your heart attack. Shake Shack. So we're cruising along here at 60 miles an hour. No issues. She runs cool too. She's been idling for the last 10-15 minutes. She runs great. I mean, forget about it. Forget about it. There's the sun just went down. See that? Yes. It's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, it's tough. I have to deal with this every day. It's a struggle to deal with this every day. But you get used to it, you know. And people will think it's just fantasy land. Frankly, it is, folks. Laguna Beach, Pacific Coast Highway, Southern California. Unless you live here, you're like, okay, no big deal. But if you're not from here, you're like, wow, this is really nice. And it really is, because the weather, the ocean, everything that goes along with it, you're just like, wow, I can't believe I live here. Because frankly, I lived for a few years in the Midwest and learned how to shovel snow, stack wood, cut lawn with a push mower. It took me 6 hours for the front lawn. So I know what it takes to do. Understand where you're coming from if you don't live in Southern California. If you do, thank you, lucky stars. But it's expensive as all get out to live here. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. There you go. Come on, girl. And you can't drive fast. You gotta drive slow. So let's do it. Make him go around you. Yeah, like this guy. See? Go around me with your depreciating Maserati. Go ahead. Nobody cares. So, yeah. So this is Crystal Cove. This is where I do, for the last 17 years, I've done the Crystal Cove Triathlon. I am a triathlete. Not tooting my own horn. Let's hit the brakes. Oh, she's straight. She doesn't pull. Oh, the brakes are great. So, stand by, stand by. Alright, so as we enter the lovely city of Laguna Beach, this is, as I said, Crystal Cove, where you can come camp, boogie board, surf. If there's surf, this is all brand new. They built it out, but this is where I do the triathlon, right down there. So, this is the big dip coming into Laguna. Laguna known for its world famous real estate, art, beaches, and so much more. So, is it expensive to live here? Yes, it is. But a vacation is just as good as well. So, that is my little go-around tour of this 1961 Lincoln Continental Convertible. Everybody thumbs up and cheers and jeers and all that good stuff. So, give me a call, 949-433-0404. That's 949-433-0404. Call now. Operators, standing by.